Hey guys, it's Claire from Clairified Creations, and today's video is going to be a Q&A. I am so excited to film this video. I've been waiting for the moment to film it, but because my channel was so small, I didn't have enough interest until now. So I wanted to say thank you guys for sending in those questions. If you guys aren't already following me on Instagram, I'm at clairified_creations. You should definitely go follow me there because I post things like questions for Q&As and polls and just things to interact with you guys. But anyways, if you are new to my channel, I'm a college nursing student starting nursing school this fall at the University of Tennessee, Knoxville. The first question is, do you plan to travel abroad? And yes, I do plan to travel abroad. I actually wanted to go abroad this year, but because of the pandemic and everything, it just wasn't the safest idea for me to go traveling. I really hoped that I could do a study abroad this summer. I was looking at Europe, so England, somewhere out there, maybe Belgium, France, but unfortunately that never happened. But I am planning to go somewhere next year. My mom and I are hopefully going to be going back to Thailand. Something that you might not know about me is I did live in Bangkok, Thailand for 6 years of my life, so I have already been there. But since I was so young, I lived there until I was around 6 years old. I really don't remember it, so hopefully I'll get to go travel for about a month or two next summer in Bangkok and just explore the city, and then maybe we'll go to some other countries. I am ready to travel. That is definitely one of my dreams. Next, we have a question, and she said some pet peeves. Now, I have a lot of them, but I'm going to share with you guys my top few because I just can't choose one. The first one is people spelling my name wrong. I know a lot of people do leave off the E, but that's traditionally if you're a guy and you have the name Claire, you won't have the E, but if you're a girl, most girls have the name Claire with an E. Going off of that, what also bothers me is if I get someone's name wrong, I feel really bad. The next thing that bothers me is bugs. Basically all bugs. I hate bugs, especially stink bugs, bugs that are in my room, flies. Oh my goodness. They'll just try and get you and they'll go bzzz and they'll buzz around and everything, and I just do not like bugs. So bugs are supposed to be outside, not inside. That's my philosophy and I live by it. Another thing that just really gets me is people's grammar, and when people spell the word your and you're wrong. Everybody gets it wrong and grammar just makes me want to cringe. Next is slow walkers. I do not like slow walkers because I'm a fast walker and getting behind a slow walker just really ruins the mood. Okay, 3 more. I know this is kind of crazy, but tailgaters, just don't tailgate someone on the road. It's not a fun time. When people are always late. I am one of those people that's super early to everything, and when people are late and then they're even later after they say they're gonna be late, no thank you. And lastly is when people read my texts but don't respond. That's just annoying. I think we've covered all my pet peeves pretty well, so the next question is, what's been the hardest class in nursing school so far? So for me, I'd say the hardest class is probably a tie between Chemistry 100 and Microbiology. Those were 2 prerequisites. I know that Patho was definitely challenging for me because it was a nursing class that I took my sophomore year, but oh my goodness, I struggled with chemistry. You guys have no idea. I shed so many tears over that class. I just could not get it for the life of me. I even had a tutor and I went to her twice a week, and sometimes I would spend 4 hours in tutoring and then every day studying, and I just didn't do as well as I'd hoped to. I still got a B+ in the class, which is pretty good, but oh man, I struggled. And then micro, it was just hard in general. Everything was hard about it. There were lab exams, the exams were hard. There's also a lot of busy work I felt like with micro. My lab report ended up being something like 17 pages. It was crazy. So definitely chemistry and micro. This one is so exciting. It says, what inspired you to be a YouTuber? Now, I don't really have a moment that I decided let's do YouTube, but quick little backstory on why I started this channel. It was my senior year of high school and I really wanted to start making a channel because I wanted to remember my senior trip. My parents gifted me with a trip to California to go see where I was born because I was born in California and I hadn't been back since I was a really little baby, so I wanted to go and see it. So that is why I started the YouTube channel, to remember and vlog my whole senior trip, and those vlogs are still up on the channel. It's a little cringy, but I left it up there because they're my memories, and that's really when I started getting into vlogging. And kind of going off of that, I had always watched YouTube. I think I started watching YouTube seriously since 2016, and I noticed a bunch of family vloggers and I thought it was so cool, but I never started a YouTube channel until after I graduated high school because I didn't think my dad would let me, if I'm gonna be honest. I didn't even ask because, you know, being online, sharing your life with the world isn't something that a lot of people are comfortable with, and since I was still a minor, I was still 17 when I started it, but I felt like I was a bit older, more mature, that it was right to start the YouTube channel. And I have always just kind of loved filming myself, I'll be honest with you guys. Ever since I was little, I would film these videos with a little camera and shoot at my face, and I would pretend I was on Disney Channel.
Well, let's give some jokes. Why did the banana go to the doctor? Yes. No. Because it wasn't peeling good, get it? Yeah. What was the snake's favorite subject? Yeah? No. The snake's favorite subject is history. Because it has that little story. Hello, my name is Clairified. This is my camera. My camera named Nikon. I got it for my birthday when I was like 7 or 8. Thank you.
So that's where my love of videography came, and it really blossomed after I put up those vlogs and everything. They're the California vlogs. If you scroll down to my channel, you'll find it. I realized that I really enjoyed making videos, editing them, and putting them out there and interacting with you guys. So that is kind of the whole story of how this channel got started. Just to let you guys know, I have my phone here, so that's why I might be looking down. Short hair or long hair? I'd lean more towards long hair because I like being able to do things with it, even though I don't do anything with my hair most of the time. What was the best thing that happened sophomore year? So I'd say the best thing, I don't know. Honestly, it wasn't that great of a year in my opinion. Definitely could have been a lot worse, and I'm thankful for my experiences I had, but sophomore year wasn't too great. Everything was online, so I'm gonna go with ziplining across the Smoky Mountains. I think that was a blast. I had a great time on the spring break week that my best friend Sarah and I created ourselves. That's probably my most favorite memory and best thing that happened sophomore year. Okay guys, this is a big question. Why did you choose nursing? Any inspirations? And yes, there's a huge story behind I chose nursing. I might make a whole separate video about it, but to sum it up, I'll give you a really quick history right now. My junior year of high school, my grandpa was diagnosed with cancer, and watching him go through that was really heartbreaking for our whole family. But seeing his battle, and thankfully he's in remission now, with the strength of God, he beat the cancer, and that is something that has really stuck with me. I went to a couple of his chemo treatments. I realized how important the nurses were, and the nurses really helped us out, and our whole family, they were all so kind, and I figured, wow, what better way to have a rewarding career than to go into nursing and help people like my grandpa. The other thing that happened was I was volunteering at a children's hospital, and I witnessed a cancer remission party for this kid. I came in early to volunteer that day. It was the last day of volunteering, and I got to see a party for someone that was in remission, and he was about 10 years old maybe, and it was the most beautiful thing. All the doctors, the nurses, they came around him, and they were all just celebrating his family. They had a party and cake, and they gave him a comb, and it was so precious. I'll always remember that moment for as long as I live because it was so incredibly special to see everyone have such a glorious time. I mean, he just went through the fight of his life and he came out victorious. How cool is that? So those were my inspirations for nursing. My journey to becoming a nurse is actually a little bit different because I didn't really know I wanted to be a nurse until maybe a couple months before I applied to the College of Nursing. My dad and I were talking one day. I had a lab assistant position at UT, so we were talking at lunch what all my options were for college. We both came up with the conclusion that I could become a nurse, and if I wanted to go further, I could become a doctor. Becoming a doctor is definitely no longer on my radar. Thank goodness. I would not want to be a doctor at all. I've learned that because I don't like chemistry, and being a doctor, you got to know chemistry and advanced sciences, and I'm not about that. And we decided that nursing would be the best path because I was originally going to do pre-med, and thank goodness I didn't do that because I would be miserable taking all the chemistry classes. But I chose nursing because it would give me a guaranteed job and I could always go back for more education. Hey guys, I just realized I forgot to answer a question, and it is, do you plan on making a TikTok? And the answer is no, I don't plan on it and I don't want to. I think I have enough social media. I have Instagram and YouTube, and that's plenty for me. If you guys like it, I'll make Instagram Reels and I'll do the YouTube Shorts, but I'm not going to be making a TikTok. Proudest moment in high school. So I think I have two moments in high school that I was really proud of. Number one is my class ranking. I ranked 7 out of 274, so I was in the top 3% of my class, which is something I had worked for my whole high school. 4 years of high school came down to the one moment when they announced rankings, and I was in the top 10, and I was so happy about that. So that was pretty exciting for me. Another thing that was really great is I played clarinet during high school, and I auditioned for a band called All East. It's where the best players of East Tennessee get to go to a weekend-long thing, and then they get to perform some really hard songs. And I was selected to be in this band. I did have to audition, and I made second chair of the red band. There's two bands, blue band and red band, so I was in the band below the blue band, and it was such a good time. I really learned a lot about music and playing and being part of a group with so many talented players. It was incredible, you guys. The last question is, what is one item you can't leave home without? You might be surprised by this question, but it is my watch. I'm one of those people that likes to know the time at all moments of the day, and if I don't have my watch, then I feel so bare without it. I'll look at my wrist and think it's there, but then it's not. So definitely my watch. Another thing is chapstick, and then another thing that I do have to have pretty much everywhere is my phone, obviously, because people need to call me and text me, and my parents like to know where I am. And I think that's all the questions I'm going to answer for you guys today. If you have more, leave them in the comments, or maybe I'll do another Q&A if you guys enjoyed this. I know I really enjoyed filming this, so if you're new, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. See you guys later. Bye!